Time to talk about more seed starting for the 2026 growing season. Let's go! Last video, I talked about all the seeds I'm going to be starting under grow lights. Today, we're going to be talking about direct seeding and successions of plants. You ready? I wrote notes so I don't get lost. I'm preparing myself. My name is Casey. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I live in Western Washington. My zone is 8B. Our last frost date is around April 19th. Those are estimates. They can change. Our growing season is typically 200 to 240 days. So that being said, I can get a couple of successions. So first, let me tell you the things I'm going to be succession sowing this year. I always succession sow potatoes. Sometimes I'll do sweet potatoes. Those take about 120 days. So you can only space them out about 2 weeks apart because they are such a long crop. I do 2 successions of carrots and I do 2 successions of green beans. Okay, quick rapid fire. Let's go. We're first going to talk about the very first thing I'm going to be putting into my garden. So about a month before my last frost, which is about mid-March, I plant my peas. I do a lot of climbing, shelling peas, snow peas. So I'm going to be putting those out about March 15th. I'm going to be direct seeding these into my garden. The next thing, I did not talk about lettuce in my last video when I was talking about growing under grow lights because I forgot. You can absolutely direct sow lettuce. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm weird and I like to do starts of lettuce and kale. I will do a succession of selected lettuces and kales. I start these around February 6th, and then every 2 to 3 weeks, I'll do some more. The next thing we're gonna be putting into the garden, beets, chard, arugula, spinach, those kind of things, okay? Do a month before my last frost, so again, March 15th, I do 2 successions of potatoes. I sometimes will buy seed potatoes, but honestly, I've just been known to get a bag of potatoes from the grocery store and let them sit till they get little nodes and then pop them in the ground, okay? I do my first one when I plant my summer crop out, okay? And then, sorry, I'm reading my notes because I'm not that smart. I'm a genius. The second succession of potatoes I'm going to be putting out about mid-June. Sweet potatoes, I'll do the exact same thing as my potatoes. If I do a second succession, it's going to be at max 2 weeks after I do the first one. It just depends what Mother Nature wants to bring us. Okay, I do 2 successions of carrots. I put my first succession of carrots out when I plant my brassicas out in the ground. When I do my beets and my Swiss chard and my peas, I'll do my first succession. I'm gonna do my second succession July 1st, typically, okay? Green beans, I do my first succession the same as when I plant my summer crop, and then I'll usually do my second one like the last week of June. And then the last thing I direct sow, and it's the only flower I direct sow, and because I don't believe in transplanting these, is sunflowers. In my opinion, probably the first week of May. Okay, love you, bye.